Hello there everybody, it is me XfreezerBunny and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. So I thought I'd do a wedding venue. I wanted to squeeze in one more build before February fully wrapped up, and I thought making a wedding venue with a new pack would be interesting because I have done a couple of wedding venues way back in the day. I'm talking about like 2015, 2017, and most of them were kind of like traditional churchy wedding venues, and I didn't really want to do that. So for this build, I decided I wanted to do a garden build, which is not something that I've ever done before. Actually, I don't think I've ever done like a garden or a park build, so this is going to be quite interesting. And of course, we are kickstarting this build off in Newcrest because we are once again prefabricating something. This time we are actually making this custom trellis type focal point for our garden, and please keep in mind that I did make this before the tool mod got updated, so yeah, I still can use the mod in the new world, which is kind of annoying, which is why I tend to just make all my prefabricated stuff in Newcrest because it's way easier anyway. Most of the lots in Newcrest do follow the in-game grid, which is something that makes building using a tool mod like way easier anyway. So yeah, I wanted to do this custom trellis thing because I don't know, I just wanted to have a unique focal point for the garden that I was making, and this is the one that I thought of that would make it feel very romantic. And yeah, I wanted more of like a really romantic garden wedding for you guys, and to be quite honest, this is also probably really close to what I would want in real life if I were to get married, just saying. So yeah, I'll talk more about the actual wedding venue itself when we get there, but yeah, hopefully you enjoy this part where I'm making the trellis. But at this point, can we talk about the absolute state of my wedding stories? Because I finally did some gameplay and oh boy, I was actually really excited as well. I had a couple, they were engaged, you know, I was really excited to get them married, and I also wanted to playtest the venue before I uploaded it for you guys. So I was like, okay, you know what, let's throw a wedding party and, you know, get them married in this wedding venue that I just built. So everything kind of went smoothly at first. You know, I had so much fun, you know, planning my wedding on the phone, all that stuff, you know, inviting people that I liked and deciding which activities I wanted for my wedding. It all went pretty smoothly, which is, you know, red flags. But yeah, come wedding day, yeah, we all went to the venue and I was like, okay, let's start off the wedding. I had no idea how to officially start the wedding actually, so I was like, you know, just do a bunch of these different new interactions, and I was literally sat there for like hours, in-game hours, and I noticed that the Sims weren't doing anything. They were literally just stood there, and I was like, uh-oh, something's not right. So yeah, I went back to the main menu and just basically just restarted the whole process, and I got some things to work, but unfortunately the whole wedding event just does not go smoothly. It just does not go down smoothly. I do not know why. You would think that with the delay for the release of this pack they would have ironed out those kinks, but at the moment I just cannot throw a wedding the way I want it to. I can still do it for the animations and stuff for this video, but I feel like if you're actually playing gameplay, it would be really annoying to get the wedding to function the way you would like it to. And don't get me wrong, you know, I've thrown my fair share of weddings in The Sims 4, and weddings are always stressful in game, and I can only imagine how stressful they would be in real life to, you know, plan and arrange and all that stuff. But oh boy, the glitches just made such a bad first impression, which is kind of sad because I feel like this pack just had so much good going for it, but unfortunately because of the mountain of glitches, I feel like it just left a really negative first impression for people. So yeah, I don't know, I hope that EA would fix it as soon as they can, but yeah, it's we're getting to that point where The Sims 4 is gonna be full of glitches, because maybe this is just me. I've been doing quite a lot of gameplay recently, and I have been pointing this out in some of my other videos as well. I mentioned when I did like the farming gameplay, that was also hella glitchy. So yeah, I'm not even gonna get into that. I'm gonna just go back and talk about this lot and focus on the positives, which is the world and how gorgeous it is. I specifically chose this lot because I wanted the view to be some sort of highlight, and then I realized that I was just gonna, you know, cover it off with some trees and stuff, but I did free up some space so you can kind of see a little bit of the lighthouse and a little bit of the dock area from where the Sims are going to get married. And yeah, it looks really beautiful. I would happily get married here. And here's the thing, this is a very intimate wedding venue, right? And I think some people would probably want to have more guests, because in the end this venue can only accommodate like at least at most 4 people, plus the bride and the groom. So yeah, that's, you know, you can always add more chairs, but literally this is like a really tiny intimate wedding venue. And most of that is just mainly because I didn't realize how small this lot was before I actually started building on it. And up until this point, actually, I think I thought that I had enough space to have more guests, but apparently not. But on the plus side, you know, if you have 4 guests, you would have less opportunities for the game to glitch out on you, because I feel like it becomes way glitchier the more Sims you have. So that's a plus, right? One thing that does irk me about this lot is that it does have quite a lot of space on the sides, which is kind of annoying because I feel like they could have just easily extended this lot, because the sides are just empty. And I kind of get why they made it like that, because I think they didn't want any trees or stuff to like cover up the view, but you could have just easily extended the lot and make it a little bit bigger, and that would have made this build way better, because I literally had to squeeze everything in. I'm not complaining though, because I'm really proud of the end result. But yeah, I think I would have liked more space to have more guests, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, also sorry about that traffic noise. It's really annoying. I live next to a big highway, so there's really nothing much I can do about that. But yeah, I hope you guys would bear with me. I do try to edit it as much as I can in the videos and stuff. But yeah, one redeeming factor about this pack, as I mentioned in my very first build for my wedding stories, is actually the debug plants. And look at how absolutely gorgeous the trees are. They are so stunning. One thing that did kind of bother me was the fact that most of the trees were kind of like the same size, because I was very limited with the sizes I can, you know, size them up or down with, because I didn't have the updated tool mod at this point. But I did go back in and gave the trees and plants more variations when it came to the sizes. But yeah, as you can see, what I'm doing here is pretty much just your Bob standard, you know, continental European formal garden, I guess, with, you know, some touches of English gardens, because I think the continental European gardens can tend to be very formal. I personally like a mix of, you know, that formal planter beds, but kind of like a more organic flower beds, if you guys get what I mean, if that makes sense. So yeah, definitely some bits of English garden. I used a lot of cottage living for this, which I absolutely love. And for the first time in forever, literally, I used the plants from Romantic Garden. That's a pack that I have not used in a hot minute. But yeah, I always like to go for Romantic Garden whenever I make these, like, whenever I do these like more traditional gardens. I feel like Romantic Garden is the perfect pack for that. But yeah, overall I just went for something that was really beautiful. I highly doubt that in real life these plants would all bloom together, because, you know, that's not how nature works. But yeah, it took me forever to fill in all of these flower beds, so I did cut out most of the footage of me just doing the tedious work and just kept in some of the more important bits. So I didn't plan this at first, but I ended up using these hedges from Island Living, and I feel like they really frame the space really well. You know, I think it really brings the focus onto kind of like the middle of the park where, you know, everything important is gonna happen, and you know, that's where the aisle is, and that's where the, you know, centerpieces, which is the little trellis thing. So I'm really happy with that. I actually don't know if the Sims can exchange vows without a wedding arch, like an actual wedding arch, so I just went ahead and threw one in there, because when I playtested this, it worked way better like with the wedding arch there, because at least the Sims stood under the wedding arch. I also managed to get the animations to work, so yeah, they walk down the aisle, you know, the guests throw rice and stuff. I managed to get them to do that. Just the, you know, whole, you know, continuity thing is just really immersion breaking, because realistically you would want all of that to happen organically, right? So yeah, for the purposes of the video, I managed to get it to work, but I feel like it would be a lot more immersion breaking when it comes to the gameplay. But yeah, we are just putting in some seating over here for the guests, and also a little kind of like reception area. So there's a buffet table as well as an actual dining table with some beautiful hanging lights from toddler stuff, and you guys should see this venue at night. I believe I have a little bit of footage from when I did the evening lighting for this, and it looks absolutely beautiful as well. I really hope you enjoy this venue, and I would totally love to get married here 100%. So yeah, I hope you all enjoy this. This is my very first time showcasing like an actual wedding in one of my builds actually, so I'm really excited about that as well. But it looks like that's pretty much it for this build. I hope you all enjoyed it. As always, thank you so much for watching. You all have an awesome day. Enjoy the rest of the video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.